There's no question about it. Our life right now is one big balancing act. We've got a bathroom extension to build. We're project managing a huge stone house going up. There's our kids to look after, a dog to entertain.
What? What do you need?
Tricky.
And a farm to manage with quite a few hungry mouths to feed. And today's a pretty good example of just what that looks like in real life. With a little bit of everything going on in this episode, we wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys for tuning in. It's helping to support our little family, and we are so grateful for the time that you spend with us every week. Let's fill you in on the latest and dive into the chaos.
Good morning, lovely people. We wrapped up really late yesterday evening as Mario filled in the trench in front of our house, closing up the mess basically, but creating a bit of a dust bowl.
I'm here doing things in reverse. We often do things in reverse here.
But anyway, we have our plumbing back in the ground, which is such good news, and all the pipes laid to plumb all the way up to the tiny house bathroom and connect the water to the mains water, which is just behind me here. So in about a week's time, fingers crossed, we're going to have water in the tiny house, which is huge.
Let's clean some of this out the way.
You know, this is not something I ever expected would happen to that little space. In fact, when we first got here, it was like a derelict old manky storeroom, and I just thought, well, I don't know, maybe we'll shove stuff in there, perhaps we knock it down. Now, it's literally the place we spend most of our time.
We are here another day, battling away with this extension, this little bathroom that we've decided to build here on the side of the tiny house. It's going really well so far.
Today, the plan is that John is going to lay the floor, I think, and get that concrete down. Joao's coming in today, which is great. It's always nice for John, with these projects, to have a good second set of muscles to help him. What are you
Obi's
doing,
like,
Obi?
I used to be able to get through there. Poor Obi. What's that, dude?
You want to come in? Come on then.
No, don't.
Blah.
Whatever, Dad. So we're back building.
What? What? What do
Very
you
tricky.
need? What
Here
do
we
you
go.
need? What do you need? What do you need? Silly dog.
So we've got a lot of noise. We've got dogs eating water pipes. We've got kids playing on the bed.
It's going to be a good day. I've got a good feeling about today.
So I'm starting off by paneling the roof, just to kind of enclose it a little bit. And then later today, Joao and I will put some cement down on the floor, and then what we'll do is we'll take a big piece of plastic here and we'll pin it around the edge so this place is closed off. But for now, I'm doing things a little bit in reverse order because I haven't got any big OSB, whichever way around it is, boards to go across the roof. I'm waiting for them to be delivered. And the reason why I'm waiting for them to be delivered is because I just can't fit them in the car. They're big boards. So what we're going to do is do it a little bit in reverse. And we can do that because we know it's not going to rain because it's Portugal in the summertime. So we can do the paneling on the inside of the house and the rendering. We're going to put as many of these up as possible. And then Joao and I will start mixing some beton, some cement. And we'll see where we are at the end of the day, like always.
On my agenda for the day are two very fun little garden projects, if you will. We have had an amazing harvest of garlic. So I need to tie my garlic into plats so I can hang it in my kitchen, which I'm very, very excited about. It's also time to harvest our wild oregano, which is something that always makes me think of the first year we were here, when we very first realised that we could forage incredible stuff from our land. And it's always this time of year that you pick it and you hang it up to dry. So by the end of the day, we're going to have a floor down in here, half of a roof, and garlic and oregano hanging in our kitchen. It's good, isn't it? Life's all about balance. Building and homemaking.
Building and homemaking. And
Perfect.
just keep
And chaos.
All right. So when we first built the tiny house, 3 years ago now, it was one of the first projects we did on the farm. As I was putting the paneling up in the roof, a lot of people were saying, "Are you not going to put any insulation in the roof void? It's going to be cold. It's going to be bad." And I said, no, you know why? I think at the time the reason why we didn't do it was because it was an added cost and we were trying to keep the cost as low as possible. There we go. And so we didn't put it there. And also I was fairly confident that actually we probably wouldn't need it. It's a very small space. We haven't insulated the walls. The walls are old. It was an old building, so it kind of felt okay to not insulate the roof. So actually, that's worked out really well. You know, the walls are old. They're not insulated. There's no way that we could really insulate them without, I don't know, spending a huge amount of money. Now that we've lived with the tiny house being like it is right now for 3 years, basically we have decided it doesn't need to be insulated. In fact, what's happened is, because we haven't insulated, there's been no sweating, there's been no condensation, there's been no moisture here. The wood and the roof has just allowed condensation to move and flow through the building really, really easily. So especially in this bathroom situation where there's going to be a lot of moisture, there often is, we won't be putting any kind of extraction unit in there. The plan will be, if you're having a shower, open the window, that kind of stuff. It's going to be really primitive, quite basic. We're not looking for an all singing, dancing bathroom. We'll do that over there on the main stone house. It's also going to help the wooden roof beams and these pieces of paneling that I'm putting in the roof just hold their shape a little bit and not bend or warp or even rotten. Imagine if I put this up on the roof and then behind it I put some sort of a glass wall. Well, the glass wall's going to get wet real quickly. It's going to go rotten. If I put plastic behind there like we're putting as an insulation material on the inside of the house, that's going to hold the moisture in the wood, and the wood here is going to rot too. So decided not to go with any insulation. Long story short, hopefully it works out pretty well. I'm confident it's going to, like I say, because we've set a precedent here in the other side of the tiny house and it's worked out really well for us. All right, let's put another couple up. All right, I'm going to put 3 more pieces in now, and then I think we're going to call it here. And the reason why I'm going to do that is I'm really keen that there's still plenty of air flowing through this room, because we're going to now lay a concrete floor, concrete slab, and I just want those chemicals from the concrete to just have plenty of space to exit.
So with the house build in full swing, our brains are starting to buzz overtime with all of the ideas for the interiors. Dreaming of things like Moroccan tiles, or I would love to incorporate some like heavy African mirrors around the place, or thinking about what kind of tiles and floors we're going to do. Anyway, trying to keep all of these ideas in one place could be complicated, but I'm using Milanote and it makes things so much easier, and you guys have loved this recommendation in the past. Think of Milanote like a digital mood board meeting Pinterest, meeting your to-do list. So each space in the house has its own board, and it's a place where I can collect all of the ideas. Let me show you how it works. So for example, the bathroom board, where I've started to collect ideas for inspiration for tiles, for taps, for fitting. You can save links for websites where you found product you might want to use. You can create your to-do list, or rather John's to-do lists. And I love how quickly I can save the things that I find using the Milanote web clipper. I can just clip a website link that I found straight to my board, like these terracotta tiles that I found. Now I know where we can get them when we're ready to order them. For the kitchen, which is starting to look super exciting, we worked with an interior designer, and together we were able to collect colour palettes, different ideas, put all of our thoughts into one place, and then come up with the vision for that space. And now I've got a to-do list where I can tick things off as they become real, like the arched window at the front of the kitchen, which is coming together so beautifully, and Milanote is helping me really visualize the whole space, and it's great because I can use it on my phone or on the computer. It's perfect for us to share with our architect, interior designers. It provides such a cool collaborative tool. If you're starting from scratch, sometimes creating these boards can feel a little bit overwhelming, but Milanote's got a bunch of pre-designed templates that you can use to get you started. You can completely customize them and make them your own, but they've really helped me to understand how an interiors mood board should look and feel. Honestly, Milanote has been a lifesaver during this build, and we will be using it long into the future. If you are working on any kind of creative project, definitely give Milanote a go, especially because it is absolutely free. Click on the link in our description below this video, or use the one that's on your screen and download it, and I promise you your future self will thank you.
Right, well, John's just driven off to go and get some cement from Mario's build yard, which is about a 3-minute drive from here. And we've just looked up to see what Adao is up to. And he is putting up the apex on our little, it's not an extension, it's part of the house, but on the little bit that sticks out on the footprint of our old house that we used to live in. So this is going to be a guest bedroom. It's the 4th bedroom with the kind of accessible bedroom on the bottom floor. And this ceiling, instead of having the flat concrete ceiling like the rest of the house, it's got a vaulted ceiling. So it's going to have exposed beams and a beautiful A-frame shape. And Adao has literally just put in the first A-frame. And it's so cool to start seeing the shapes coming up. Look at this, guys. Isn't this exciting? So in here, we've got almost a closed wall of stone. So they've reached the floor of the second floor, top floor, first floor. I get confused. Anyway, we also have a void below our staircase now that's bricked in. And this, of course, is the hole where the stairs will go. Or rather, it's going to be a bit more like a ladder that will go down to the cellar and utility room. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? In here, we're looking all sealed up on that kitchen arched window. We've got arches going in. We've got, second layer of bricks going in. Hola, buen dia. So these guys have been hard at work. You can see we've got all of our layers you can see now. We've got the fire retardant bricks on the outside. We've got our layer of insulation. And now we've got these air bricks going in. So this insulation has been put all over the walls at the front here and upstairs. So that's been going great guns. It's been a bit of a quiet week in terms of numbers of guys on site. We haven't had Marcus on site all week, and it's just kind of been the 4 of them sort of dipping in and out. But they've still got masses done. And look at this, it's all being cleaned up here. So all of those bits of wood that had been up on the mouldings, that had shaped everything, have been taken down. All the nails have been taken out of them. They've all been taken off site, and they'll all be used again. And through here is Adao starting to get the shape up for this roof. So here you go. There he is, measuring things up, putting up his strings. And there you can see the first shape of that apex on that vaulted ceiling. It is going to be so beautiful. If you look really close, you can see there's the string coming across, and there's the apex of the other side getting ready.
So we've had a busy morning. We've put up the rest of the door frame.
Oh, very snazzy.
We've also put up most of the roof.
Okay.
Or most of the ceiling, not the roof. Different, isn't it? And now I think we're going to be looking at starting to get the concrete floor.
Okay.
I got this idea a little bit later on the project to build like a garden out of this window, starting with a mini terracotta windowsill kind of in the ground there.
Okay.
So we just make a deep cement trench and then put terracotta here, some flower pots in the front, and then we'll grow all the way around there some hydrangeas and nice shade loving plants.
Cute. Love it.
Yeah. Do we want the room to remain white?
I'd like to paint it a different colour, I think.
Yeah, me too.
We hear trouble.
Oh, the roof is finished.
Isn't that look snazzy?
Almost finished.
That's not a long building.
It wasn't a long morning.
No, long building.
Oh, long building. Yeah, Daddy's done well, hasn't he?
And there's a light bulb.
Yep. Whoa, here we go. First loads of cement.
Baby.
So the plan is to put down the concrete, same like we did in the house over there, and then after that buy a self-leveling compound and pour it all over the floor, level it out nice and smooth, and then put the tiles down.
How's it going, love?
Yeah, it's going slowly but surely. Okay, next lot you are. We better put it through the window now.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, Crusoe, out the way. Back up, back up, back up. Joel's got a very heavy wheelbarrow there.
No, buying it.
This is the guys' last mix before they run out of sand. So I think it's going to be a natural pause for lunch very shortly. But not if I don't go and make some lunch. So let me go and do that. And I'll see you there, love.
Big day, yeah.
So my plan for lunch is just to do a very quick Mediterranean vegetable quiche. It's delicious. And I'd love to know if anybody else does this, but I cook a lot with ChatGPT, and this is one that she helped me with. She? Is it a she? I don't know. She's she to me. Anyway, so it's just a whole bunch of veggies in a pastry case with some sun-dried tomatoes, olives, oregano, and feta, I think. And it is yum, yum. So I'm going to just quickly fry these up with some balsamic vinegar, and then I'll show you what I put in the mix with the eggs.
So there you have it. What we've got is a floor that's been laid very much ready for a self-leveling compound to go on it, and then tiles.
Right, I'm just going to go up to the veggie garden and get some lettuces and bits and pieces for a salad to go with our quiche. I love this time of year because I really, really wanted to plant a whole bunch of edible flowers in the veggie garden this year, which I did. So we've got nasturtiums and borage, and it's so nice to be able to make a beautiful big salad with all the lettuce from our garden and the kind of nice fancy bits like nasturtium leaves and borage. But also, we are getting to the point where we've had our first cucumbers this week, only 3 so far. But soon we're going to have loads of cucumbers, and then we'll be getting cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, and all the herbs and stuff, all from our garden. Isn't that cool? salad. Right, let's eat.
Let's eat.
I'm hungry. So this is my one patch of wild oregano. And when we first got here, our neighbour came down to meet us. She showed us where this was and what it was all about. And I was so excited. And it's such a fun process to dry it and then kind of crush it up and put it in a jar. And this hasn't been the best crop this year. I don't know if it was because we got so much rain in the winter. Anyway, this amount of oregano usually lasts us about, I don't know, 4 months, maybe longer if we're lucky. So it's really worth having, and it's one of my favourite things because it holds so many nice memories for me. Anyway, let's just get on with it, shall we? There we go. As I say, not the best harvest we've ever had. It's better than nothing. I've left a few so that they can seed again for next year, because maybe we'll get a bit more. Yeah, I don't really know why we didn't get as many. Never mind. Go and hang that in the kitchen. What's not to love? Anyway, now also it's time to go and plat and try and store those garlic. I've got Joao standing by, hopefully, to come and show me how to do it. His dad, Armando, the first year we were here, came and showed us how to plat onions, but I can't say I really actually understood what was going on because he was so good at it, you know, their hands are so strong, and he was just plaiting it. So I sort of got it, but not really, not confident enough to try and do it by myself. So we'll get Joao to come and help us with the first batch of garlic. And hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have this and the garlic hanging in the kitchen. That is so great. So Mario's just arrived with the roof boards for the bathroom. Hola Mario, boa tarde. He's also brought some sand and some more cement for the rendering of that room, which is going to happen on Saturday by one of the guys from the build site. We've offered them a little bit of extra work to come in and do that for us, which they very kindly said yes to. So things are looking good. The boys are going to love that sand, Joelle. It's like the beach. I am going to leave them to it and carry on with my garlic cleaning, because I've been putting this off all week and I really want to get them hung up and stored properly before it's too late and the strings have dried up too much and it can't happen. So while Joelle's doing that with the cement and the sand, I'm going to get this ready, and then hopefully when he's finished there, he can come and just quickly show me how to plat, and then I can get on with it. Right, Joelle's here to show me what to do, and then he's going to leave me.
After the shower?
After a shower, yeah, shame. It's hot today. Okay, so these are from the garden. I don't know what it's called, but it's one of those, like, I don't know, leafy plants that this is very strong. So it's like a string. And we're going to use that as the base to tie our garlic with.
Okay.
Okay, so you put the green one inside the string.
Yeah, just
Okay.
because these in like 1 month.
Yeah, it'll be gone. Okay, I understand.
You can put another one. And
It's like getting tired. Okay.
you know, when you start like coming like a lot smoke, it becomes bigger, looks better.
Yeah.
That's like this side.
There we go. Now what? Yay! Look how cool it looks. I love it. Thanks, Joao. And in a month's time, we'll have our onions as well. very, very happy.